But Catherine is just, I suppose she's, as I say, a superstar. She just does everything so well. She's always so very pleasant. She's charming to people. She's got the smile that would just please any photographer. When she smiles, the camera lights up. So she is the most important member of the royal family. She is, in fact, the star at the moment. I mean, the royals now are winding down. I mean, the king will be doing be coming a couple of engagements up in the very north of Scotland. He will do a couple of engagements there, and then he'll head to Balmoral, where he's going to spend most of the summer, the rest of the summer. He, and as well as Catherine, deserves the rest. Catherine, I mean, it was she surprises me. I mean, I saw her at the state opening of Parliament, and she looked stunning, albeit I saw her in coaches and balcony, and the pictures from Wimbledon. I mean, she looked just, and she picked such beautiful clothes to wear. And I kind of reflect on what she said recently, I have good days and bad days. And I suppose when you're sort of being treated for cancer, you don't get a choice what those days are. But the 2 days that I've seen her, or 2 days I've seen her and pictures of her, she's obviously picked good days because she was sparkling. And I hope that the treatment is working. I hope we see her back in full harness in later in the year, in the autumn, because she is the most important member of the royal family. She is, in fact, the star at the moment, and the star has just been not shining as brightly as it normally does. But there you go. It's a setback, and none of us can predict what else around the corner. And saying the king, I mean, he seems to be battling away, although the Queen, she says he's just doesn't do what he's told. And imagine a man with his agenda, he's got so much on his plate. He just ignores the advice of doctors, although I've been told that his trip to New Zealand's been cancelled because of doctor's orders. So he's listening there. But Catherine is just, I suppose she's, as I say, a superstar. She just does everything so well. She's always so very pleasant. She's charming to people. She's got the smile that would just please any photographer. When she smiles, the camera lights up. So, and she does that all the time. She always looks great. Never see her grumpy, never see her miserable. Always putting on a great show for the royal family. And there's a book coming out next very soon. I think it's called Catherine, Princess of Wales, by a mate of mine, Robert Jobson, and he's really enjoyed doing this book. He said it's been an absolute pleasure. And he's like quite excited about the publication next week. And I feel, that's the way this woman gets you. When you're working with her, you kind of you're enthused because she's absolutely, well, she's just glorious. I mean, she always looks great in pictures, but she always gets engaged with people. Like when she goes to a rugby club, she plays rugby. When she goes back to her old school, she plays hockey with the kids. And she just, I mean, when we were in Ireland recently, well, a few years ago now, she was playing Gaelic games, hurling, and it's just amazing lady. She's just so involved, a bit like the late Princess of Wales, Diana. I mean, she was like that. I mean, with Diana running in the mother's race at school sports, and every year, I mean, I see it 3 years running, she always won the race, or at least she thought she did, even if I thought one year she just got pipped. But nevertheless, she was always engaged and she always got involved. And of course, and a great example is our king. I remember sort of her playing Gaelic games. I remember when I went with Ireland with Prince Charles, and he was asked, the national game of Ireland is hurling, and he was given a hurling stick and a ball, and he belted the ball out the ground. Now he could have hit that and missed and looked stupid, but he hasn't. He just does it brilliantly. What has stayed the same is her beautiful hair and her great choice of fashion. Now that's never changed. And she just, I mean, the way she wears a dress or even a pair of jeans, she just looks just tremendous. And she's got great taste, and of course, great mother as well, and great photographer. Everything she does properly. I mean, I'm a great admirer of her photography. I've never ever once. I mean, it's ever since she got a camera, she's improved and improved and improved. And so much so that she was accused of manipulating a picture recently. Well, it wasn't such a big deal, and she learned a lesson from it. But the recent picture she did of George last week, which on his birthday was superb, and Louis and Charlotte. I mean, they are pretty good-looking kids anyway, but she gets them at their best, at their when they're their happiest, when they are relaxed, and and she just shares them with us, and I think that's tremendous. So this woman is the complete package. She's she's married to our future king, so one day, please God, she'll be our queen. And when she is, she'll just carry on as normal. She'll engage with the public. She'll have this great empathy and sympathy for the sick and the afflicted. And she will tirelessly work for her charities to bring them as much money as she can. And of course, her profile guarantees millions raised in charity every year for the worthwhile causes. So this lady is, and she's committed. And she's got 3 children, which she has to obviously get to school, make sure they're off for school in the morning, make sure they're doing their homework, make sure they're sleeping properly, getting to the doctors, having their dentist done, having their dental treatment done. All these things she has to do in spite of doing a job for supporting our king. So when she turns up and she turns to the camera and she smiles, my God, it's going to go in the paper the next day. George was at the Football World Cup, at the European Cup final last week. Oh, yeah, it was last week. And he was so engaged in it. I mean, like his father, he's a crazy football fan like I am. And when the team scores, you do get this tremendous, you can't stop yourself. And he was letting go. And of course, he went with his father to Berlin, and Charlotte went with her mother to the Wimbledon final. Now, that's great privilege, isn't it? I mean, you go to the final dressed go to the European Cup final dressed in a suit and tie with your dad in a prime seat, and sitting next to other prominent people, ambassadors and prime ministers, and but forget all about it when you're watching the football, when you're just watching your team doing their very best. And when England scored, I thought George was going to jump out the stand. He was so excited. And Charlotte equally, tennis is it seems to be, Catherine's game. Catherine was quite good at tennis when she played, and obviously she patron of the All England Club, so she would be very involved. And to go there on men's finals day, which was in a way a bit of an anticlimax because it was a little bit one-sided, but nevertheless, when she presented the prizes, I mean, everybody was looking at her and not the winner, not the man who won the cup. It was her. She was the star, and she looked gorgeous in purple. She looks really stunning. So thanks, for everything she's doing for us. But don't rush it, love, because there's a lot more work for you to do in the future, years and years and years serving the crown, and get yourself wearing well and get back and get strong and get buzzing again.